People, it's possibly one of the greatest days of my life. Wednesday, September 24th. The day I found out there's a Trader Joe's in Charleston, South Carolina. And if you've been paying attention, we're going to Charleston. So, here we go into my creepy basement. And it's creepy creep style. Every time I come down here, you know I scan the floor for rat droppings, afraid that there might be rats. So far I have not come across any. Oh, that damn dog. Okay. Time for me to get the fall clothes out. Believe it. Anyway, I'm so excited I could just freak right out. Looking at the unfortunate lighting. I really need to know where the fall clothes are. It's time. I'll do it later. Okay. People, the thing about Trader Joe's is, everyone's got a different thing that they love about it. Some people love it because they got crazy wine, some people whatever. We don't drink wine, so that doesn't mean anything to me. I love it because they have particular products that are just factually better than where I can get elsewhere, and they're cheaper. So, while I have enjoyed only shopping at one store every week here, because I don't have another store to choose from, and it's simplified my life exponentially, I do miss some, I'll put it down, some things, especially because I have several specific recipes based on Trader Joe's products that I cannot get something similar to. Tomato maple soup, people. The best soup, the best organic tomato soup is the Trader Joe's one. It's the most flavorful. And it's cheapest by a lot. Also, their tomato soup with roasted red pepper is fantastic. I don't like it for my soup, but for like the meatball soup, but I like it for a regular soup. That's a great like lunch just for grown-up mom lunch, you know. Low-cal, delicious. Also, stuff like nuts and dried fruit and ground almonds, which I love to add to oatmeal and baked goods and stuff, and it can be pretty expensive elsewhere. It's totally cheap there. So there's that. Also, my chocolate croissants. That's why I need a cooler. Chicken stock, they have hands down the best organic chicken stock. Unlike the Whole Foods kind, which is basically just like Swanson's. Same price though. It's like dark yellow, totally rich, and seems like homemade, and it's fantastic. So I'm getting that. So I'm just going to go hog wild and get crazy amounts of that stuff. And what else do they have that I think is really good? Oh, they have some frozen vegetable mixes. Now I will say this about Trader Joe's. Also my dark chocolate caramels, fantastic, huge, only 70 calories a caramel, delicious. They don't have a lot of organic frozen vegetables. So, but there's two things I do want from, well, A, the party meatballs for my soup. I've been using these turkey ones, which are good, and I'm totally used to them now. But I also like the different flavor of using the party meatballs that don't have seasoning in them, you know, so it's kind of different. One's a little more Italian, one's more normal. Anyway, they're cheap and it's good to have them. Plus, if you ever want to make cocktail, like meatballs, you know what I'm saying? Nothing is better than those party meatballs. You just bake them up, and then I just put them in Heinz chili sauce. Delicious! In a crock pot. Fantastic. Okay, back on track. They do have a couple vegetable mixes. One that are like seasoned. One I use to make shepherd's pie, which I don't make all the time, but it's so freaking good because the vegetables already have this like butter seasoned sauce, and you just add that to your ground meat, top with the mashed potatoes, done. It's so fast, it's so easy. And they have another one that has potatoes in the mix, and I was at my friend Mary Poppins' house, and she made like a frittata, or maybe just like an omelet, I don't remember, but she put it in there, and I was like, damn it, that's delicious. So, I need to start on those ones. By the way, I made the best mashed potatoes I've ever made yesterday. Ever. Here's what I did. And they were not high in fat at all. Typically, I make my mashed potatoes. I like to use like a Yukon Gold, boil them until they're tender. You start probably everyone knows this, but I'm just going to say it in case you don't. You start with cold water, cold potatoes, and you bring it all to boil at the same time. That way everything cooks evenly. It doesn't matter if your potatoes are different sizes. Okay. And then typically I mash them up with chicken broth and like a little butter for flavor or whatever, and salt and pepper, and they're always really good. This time I cooked them in the chicken broth. Salted. Always salt your water or your cooking stuff because that's when the potatoes actually take in the flavor. Anyway, I added extra salt to the chicken broth. I cooked them in the chicken broth. Then I drained them. I should have reserved the chicken broth. I wasn't really thinking clearly. Then, to like a pound of Yukon Golds, I actually left the skins on this time. To a pound of Yukon Golds, I added only 2 tablespoons of butter. And then I added extra chicken broth until I got the consistency I wanted. And I seasoned them with Paula Deen's house seasoning, which you can look up online, but it's basically salt, pepper, and garlic powder. I don't know what happened, but it was like the perfect storm of mashed potatoes. I mean, I think I was cooking them in. Hi! You want to help me vacuum? You nosy? You want a muffin? Okay. Oh, yummy. Don't let Honey get it. Yeah, don't let Honey get it. Anyway, something about, I mean, I've actually made them with garlic, but I don't know what to say. It was perfect. And for the seasoning, I think I did like maybe 3/4 of a teaspoon of the seasoning total, which is probably a little, you know, more salt than pepper and garlic anyway. Fan-freaking-tastic. I mean, so good. It was one of those things where like I actually was like licking the pot clean. And it made like 4 portions at 180 calories. Not bad, people. Alright. That's what I've got to say today. Check, check.